songwriters. These guys have an incredible eye for detail and the gift of storytelling. As performers, they bring those details and stories alive. I'm very proud that they call Western Kentucky their home, and I'm even more proud to call them my friends. Please, welcome to the Clemens Fine Arts Center stage, Fate McAfee and Melanie A. Davis.
Thank you very much. Alrighty. Well, I am Fate McAfee, and this is Melanie A. Davis. She's going to be joining me for the first set on guitar and vocals. And then the second set, I'll perform solo, and she'll be running the merch table over here with some T-shirts and CDs and stuff. It's very nice to be back at the Clemens Fine Arts Center. I remember when they built this backdrop. I thought they did a very good job. Alrighty, this first song is the opening track off of my debut album. It's called Tennessee Valley Waltz. Got the eyes of a dog that's been beat on and left in the rain. When she does walk, her hair flows like smoke from a train. And the one man she needs is the one that just ain't willing to change. They sleep in the same bed, but they may as well be sleeping some 600 miles away. She makes dinner every evening, got the boy tucked in by 9. She never rejects this movie, just wishes sometimes to rewind. With a glass of Merlot, she looks off her back porch at the pines. Tries to pry herself loose of the unforgiving grip from the hands of cold, wasted time. I've seen the boy's eyes, yes, I used to wear them myself. Angry at the man that's always out fixing something else. But you can't buy these days back, even if you outgrow yourself. So it's time to come home. Your son needs a father, and his mother could use both of you as well. Well, it's time to come home. Your son needs a father, and his mother could use both of you as well. Alrighty, thank you. Thank you very much. This next song is off of that same album. I wrote this song probably 10 years ago. It's called To Love Virginia.
I was working as a deckhand on a riverboat at the time. It was a good place for writing songs.
I've been loving Virginia for such a long, long time. Her Shenandoah Valley and the creases of her eyes don't hold a candle to the preponderance of her superficial eyes. I've been loving Virginia for a long, long time. I've been loving Virginia for such a long time. What is it in that girl's heart that is never satisfied? What was it we were waiting for? Standing in that line, righteousness or solitude, or means to become blind to the heart and truth that in the end all may not be fine. I've been loving Virginia for a long, long time. I've been loving Virginia for such a long time. What is it in that girl's heart that is never satisfied? Easily she came to me, and now easily I go. Nothing's changed, but everything is different just to know that many more to her heart through her rivers, growing even more in her fields to be picked apart by crows. I've been loving Virginia for such a long time. What is it in that girl's heart that is never satisfied? I've been loving Virginia for such a long time. What is it in that girl's heart that is never satisfied?
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Ooh. There's a lot going on tonight, so I appreciate you picking this place to be. The Braves are playing the Cardinals, you guys. And y'all are here.
It took a lot for fate to come here.
Yeah. If I wasn't here, I'd be at home in the workshop with the baseball game on the radio like someone not from my generation. Alrighty. This next song was inspired by Khalil Gibran, the Lebanese writer. It's from Lebanon. It's called Son of Orphalese.
Your ship is leaving today. Your ship is leaving today. And you know you cannot stay, my love. Your ship is leaving today.
Thank you. So all of those three, the first three songs were off from my debut album, and that's over there for sale. But we're going to break into some newer stuff here. This next song is called Preacher Woman Blues. I wrote it probably 2017 or so. And it's the opening track on Diesel Palomino, my second album, which is also over there. It's called Preacher Woman Blues.
Come all ye faithless, soulless and ye down, reveling and hopeless, time to go again. Down to the water till the water runs us clear. I walked in strung out, wild as a bat. She came in and I settled down. She walked to where I sat and said, "This is my first time seeing you. I get a feeling that it ain't gonna be the last." She started talking about school and all the time she'd spent abroad. I was lost between her syllables, thinking, oh sweet God, if we weren't in this coffee shop, every darling you and I wouldn't need to be saying a word. And I think she heard. And I told her I was a traveling man and I'm handy with some tools. She said, "Oh, that's good, I've been looking for someone to clean my pool." And I could tell by the way she said it, didn't need to ask, is it in a above ground? She said she was a preacher woman in a little place down south. I said, "I'll let you teach me, woman, if we can start with your mouth." And she said, "Honey, we might get there. Let me hear a sermon that you wrote." And that's when I spoke. Come all ye faithless, soulless and ye down, reveling and hopeless, time to go again. Down to the water till the water runs us clear.
Alrighty. Thank you guys. We got To the River next. A few more for your guitar. This next song is called To the River. It's the opening track on a digital album I put out early on into quarantine, I think April 2020.
Yep.
It's called Breathing Room, but this is the first song off of it. It's called To the River.
drama is over and the crowd has moved on. Would you walk with me to the river? When the storm clouds have rolled over and the sun begins to shine, would you walk with me to the river? When my swan song is being sung and the moon calls my name, would you walk with me to the river?
Thank you. This next song is called The Line. It's not a very fantastic title, but I just named it and then moved on.
It's an appropriate one, though.
Yeah. It is spoken in the song at some point, at least. But no, this one.
The first line.
Yeah. Yes. Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way. Alrighty, this one is unreleased as of yet, so if you go searching for it, you'll come up empty.
I drew the line, you colored what you wanted. I took my time when it was time to be honest. I never lied when I said I see darkness upon us. Now the bottomless bottles are turning, rotting from coddle in the fears most precious to you. Our memories were seared through long and hollow years. I'm leaving you restless and blue. Now an early morning breeze floating through my scene blows a reminiscent scent that I can't place, but it's triggered a place that I've seen. Well, it's dancing all around you and tugging at your strings. You cut them with your eyes for to hide the gleam of a fading dream. Well, my mind was on a train bound for New England. Oh, if we could feel the pain, why didn't we speak it and just leave it to breathe on its own? Oh, your heart ain't my home, I'm never alone, can't you see it? Your heart ain't my home, I'm never alone, can't you see it? camera on ourselves, pleaded to be magnetized. We walked around with coins in our eyes. There's a long rain on the rise. Oh, but to my surprise, oh, I could have guessed it, the truth in my heart, disaffected by the values I adopted from you. I couldn't stop it. Until the many million miracles felt like insignificant drops of rain. Until the many million miracles felt like insignificant drops of rain. Until the many million miracles felt like insignificant drops of rain. Oh, the heart in my home was never alone. Drops of rain.
All righty. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. We got a couple more. And Melanie's going to grab the guitar. This next one is called Presently. Actually, Todd Birdsong really made a strong effort to keep the wheels turning during COVID and get some local artists involved in a video series. And I uploaded this song as part of that. But I had written it right after COVID started, I think, somewhere in there. I'll keep looking to you like you know the answers to my songs. I'm not sure.
I'm the historian.
But no, this is one we ended up recording on our honeymoon in a did a little EP, did a little recording for our honeymoon, and this is one of the songs we did on there. Presently, it's everything to hear you sing so pleasantly. It's everything inside of me I've never seen. It's what it means to feel you dreaming next to me. Seamlessly, I'm woven in a tapestry of memory. Your golden heart's on fire, but it ain't burning me. A love I hope to last beyond the turning leaves. In your eyes is where I hide when I begin to lose my sight. I'm bathing in an iris of refracted light. I'm taken back to how we used to be so shy. To when we lean for love above a sleepless night. Thank you. Alrighty. This next song is called The Stonemason. It's for all the bricklayers out here. We got a lot of bricklayers in the crowd tonight. Oh, cool.
You can lay it fast, or you can take your time. You can break your back, or you can learn to pop a line. You can mix it thin, you can let it sit, but you ain't seen nothing yet. The stonemason. You can wake up early, you can stay up late, you can work straight through lunch, or you could take a little break. You might sight the level, but he knows when it lies. Snaps it over a stack of bricks, goes to unroll the twine. The stonemason. You can cut the corners, you can play it safe. You can sit out wandering when your lonely heart will break. But someone has to answer to the structures left behind. You praise him for his diligence, but you pay him for his time. The stonemason.
Thank you. We'll let Melanie grab her guitar real quick and tune up. The next song we're going to do is called From a Silo, and it is the closing track on Diesel Palomino, the album over there. It was a really fun one to record. I was working with Shelby Preklas at Loud and Clear Studios here in town, and then a wonderful local band, Leonard the Band. Great friends, wonderful musicians. We all got in the studio together and recorded this one live, so it was pretty cool to have everybody, you know, performing on the track at the same time in the same room. That doesn't happen that way a whole lot, but we were able to pull it off because they're stellar musicians and they made it happen.
It's a long way down, but don't frown. It's not what got you here. Well, it's a long way down, but don't frown. It's not what got you here. There's a whole lot at stake, but don't break your mind in the fight. Oh, there's a whole lot at stake, but don't break
Thank you. Next one we're going to do is called Stars of Tucumcari. It's also on Diesel Palomino. So the next set I'm going to do here in a minute after the intermission, we'll have several more unreleased songs on it, some brand new ones in there too. But a lot of these are off of the albums over there. This next one is called Stars of Tucumcari. I wrote it. I traveled through this town a few years before I wrote this song, and I didn't know how to pronounce it, so I rhymed it with the word sorry, which you'll hear shortly. And then I found out you pronounce it Tucumcari. And I just it's on the record. Like it's literally on the record that way. So I just put an apology in the liner notes of the album for mispronouncing their town name.
But he got a shout out from the town's official Facebook page.
Yeah, I don't think they have much traffic. I don't think much is going on out there. But they featured it, which was cool. Oh, it's on Route 66 if anyone still gets their kicks that way.
Just like a bench in the park, all broken down and hastily carved, with initials from a first true love and less deliberate scars. Stories from the summer when you began to find your own. Forgiven in the name of moving on. But I have yet to find another offer, better living proof for the persuasion of a magnet coming back now to you. Well, how am I? Let me concoct it, riding shotgun to guns, the doctor, hoping that a true love would come and knocking, coming back now to you, coming back now to you. But I won't let it make me lose my mind this time. No, I won't let it make me lose my mind this time. The sun is high and hanging on the pavement, making waves. The afternoon unspoken for in an aimless and agile way. You remember how the stars hung in Tucumcari. You left a footprint on the windshield. Don't you dare say you are sorry. Don't you dare say you are sorry. Don't you dare. You left a footprint on the windshield in an aimless and agile way. I won't let it make
Thank you. Thank you guys very much. We got just a couple more for you before we're going to take a brief intermission. And again, so I'll be doing the second set solo. So let's hear it one time before we have to take off from Miss Melanie A. Davis over here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful. She's a wonderful solo artist in her own right, and she's also a member of the Black Eyed Susans, a great local trio band from up here. We're from Murray. But they get out and about quite a bit. They play up here all the time. This next song is called Bayonet.
I reread our conversation because I'm kind of a desperate man, combing through your words for hope or adoration or reaffirmation of a dream deferred. I chose my words, certain you could tell that I kinda didn't mean when I said I hope you and he are doing well. Rightfully through your memory, with your bayonet, can I say, yet I am on my knees and I don't regret being your able-bodied marionette. Well, I should do something with today, but it feels like it's getting away. My first cup of coffee, oh, it's 11:38. Oh, and I'm alone. Why do I keep waking up at 4 a.m. as if the night held a secret and she let me in? I answered the call, oh, into you begin to cry. Just another actor out of scene, but I'm chasing the dream of you and me at ease, at ease. Oh, I'm just the backup to Romeo, baby. Oh, I'm just a second string Romeo, baby.
I threw Melanie a curveball there, and she did very well with it. I don't know if anybody caught that. Alrighty, we're going to do one more song together. It's called Cowboy's Lament. Yeah, you're good. I got to get this set up. Any classical fans in the house? Classical music fans? Heck yeah.
Us
cool.
neither.
All right. Yeah. Now this, the music to this one was inspired by St. Signs, Carnival of the Animals, the song "The Swan." So if anybody knows that one, keep an ear out.
Little Luna, won't you guide me home? My fire's dying and the desert's cold. My heart is aching and my pistol's empty and I'm all alone. Lazy river, won't you drift me down? Wash me up at the nearest town. Line my pockets just enough to buy the house another round. Mother Mountain, won't you stop the rain? Thunder is rumbling o'er the western plains. The train blows the whistle, but I'm caught in the bristle in need of a shade. Just lay me down until another day. I've got a pinch of tobacco from Santa Fe, a drip of whiskey from Denver, and one eye on L.A.
Thank you guys very much. We'll be back after a brief intermission. Thank you.
I'm Vanessa Lyons. I am an assistant professor of nursing and the Access and Success Coordinator at West Kentucky Community and Technical College. I also serve as the LPN to RN Bridge Coordinator, helping licensed practical nurses bridge to becoming registered nurses. One of my goals is to increase the accessibility of the Bridge program for LPNs. I had talked to many LPNs who wanted to continue their education, but there were several barriers in place that made this difficult. We developed a new application process for LPNs, but many applicants struggled to meet the minimum score requirement on the required pre-admission exam, the Nursing Accelerated Challenge Exam, or NACE. Because of this, we decided to develop the ACE the NACE prep course to help LPNs prepare for the exam and increase their scores. The course is free to all LPN applicants and is self-paced, meaning students can complete it whenever it's convenient for them. It includes mentoring, a review of important topics that could be on the exam, practice questions, and an in-depth review of strategies LPNs can use during the exam to improve their scores.
I graduated as an LPN from WKCTC in December of 2019, and I began working at Jackson Purchase Medical Center that following January. That same month, I began the LPN to RN Bridge program. Choosing this program was one of the hardest and most rewarding goals I have ever accomplished. As a first-generation graduate from a family of immigrants and a mother of 3, I faced many challenges throughout the Bridge program, both personal and educational. At that time, there was no straight way to prepare me for the NACE that's needed for admission into the college's LPN to RN Bridge program. A prep course like the one being offered now would have been very beneficial as both a refresher and a study guide. It would have helped me get into the mode of being a student once again, and I'm glad that LPNs will now have the opportunity to take this free prep course to help ace the NACE.
As the facilitator of the prep course, I'm here to help LPNs bridge to becoming RNs with one-on-one mentoring to help identify opportunities for improvement and to develop a strategy to strengthen those areas. After completing the course, LPNs should have the skills they need to be successful in advancing their nursing careers. I am here to help each step of the way. For more information and to fill out the online application, visit the ACE the NACE webpage. You can also reach out to me at vanessa.lyons@kctcs.edu or at 270-534-3147.
In a world where more and more of our lives are taking place online, cybercrime is on the rise. West Kentucky Community and Technical College offers certificates in digital forensics.
There are many organizations, if not all organizations of any size, that can use the skill set of digital forensics. And the skills that you learn in this program are applicable to a wide variety of jobs.
They understand computers and understand the technology, the hardware, software, the networking principles. But also, on the flip side, they have to understand criminal investigation and criminal procedure, and even courtroom procedures.
You could actually work in networking, network security, network administration. The focus is on digital forensics, yet There's a wide variety of careers for this skill set.
You really don't need any prior. You have to gather your information, you have to do the searches and procedures of criminal evidence and digital evidence according to the constitutional principles. So understanding criminal law, criminal procedure, courtroom procedures is very important.
But we also have that technology side where you'll be able to look at files from phones, from servers, from laptops.
I'm going to get back to the music. I like being on stage next to Fate because we look like a before and after Weight Watchers ad. Don't forget, we've got other shows coming up here at the Clemens Fine Arts Center. Our next Backstage Pass series show will be November 12th with Carly Moffa, and coming up on September 9th, Tito Puente Jr. will be here. Do not miss those shows. Now, there's really nothing else I can say except sit back and enjoy Fate McAfee.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and thank you, Todd. Alrighty, so I'm going to do some newer material in this set. I think a couple of these have been released already, but I'll let you know which ones those are. This first one is called Way Out, and it is not released. Where I'm from is bound to change, and where I'm bound is way out me. And the well from which I drink today will soon be changed by the evening rain. I'm the student, I'm the teacher, I'm the sower, I'm the reaper. Who I was ain't dead to me, but it's okay to outgrow some things. And the mountain that I climbed today is but another along the way. I'm the hermit, I'm the seeker, I'm the junkie, I'm the dealer. I'm the river, I'm the reef,
the ashes and the key, the one who walks the streets of some long forgotten dream that left you upright in the sheets, with the word between your teeth that wind spoke on with belief but set you free. And the white flag and the black dog and the tall grass that you fall back on. And where I'm from is bound to change, and where I'm bound is way out Maine.
Thank you. Alrighty. So this next one has been released. This one is on Diesel Palomino over there. It's called Bolivian Hummingbirds. It's a story song that I wrote about Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Because I grew up loving that movie with Robert Redford and Paul Newman. And then I got older and read the real story of how it went down, which differed, of course, a little bit from the Hollywood version. And I sat down and wrote this song because the hummingbirds that travel up to North America go as far south as Bolivia when they're making their trek. And that was on my mind when I wrote it.
Throw what you need in your leaving trunk. I got 3 tickets to Orleans. Rosemary, you know we'll come along, no matter how diviningly she says. I will not watch either of you die. From Mexico further south we'll go, on down through Colombia, further still, till our boots are propped, our guns uncocked in those easy Bolivian hills. It ain't all for nothing, kid. Their private eye won't see us down here. I don't give a damn what the papers say. Tell Rosemary to roll her R's. You and I can change our names. Hide how well we can shoot. I catch stories every now and then on the guys in the old game. Morley took 3 to the back. Teddy took a beating on the train. I told them all to follow the birds. Sure enough, they ran up faces here. Rosemary did away, with a kiss for each on our cheeks. She caught the next northbound train. Said I told you I would not stay to see. They tracked us down to our hut on the hill, and with rifles circled around, I woke to gunshots and holes in the wall from the bullets whizzing about. And I had but 2 shots left. They came inside at dusk, found us both dead, empty pistols at our sides. We went down, oh buddy, you and me went down in a murder-suicide. It ain't all for nothing, kid. When it made the papers back home, Rosemary cried. When all the hummingbirds in Bolivia flew north on the day me and Sundance died.
Thank you. Yeah. 'Twas a dark tale indeed. But I do love the good old story songs. Some of my favorite songwriters are storytellers, so try to honor that tradition whenever I feel the spark. This next one is brand new. Brand new. If this song was a baby, it would still be in diapers. Pooping all over the place. Oh man, okay. Who gave me a microphone? Which one of you guys turn this on? It's called Lady Cecilia. I was working on this guitar part and I kept singing the name Cecilia over top of it, just, that's just how I was hearing it. And so I looked up Saint Cecilia, and she was the patron saint of the blind and of music. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool. That's kind of random. So I sat down and kind of hammered away at it for a minute. Lady Cecilia, I'm trying to reach you now. I'm lost in the shadows. I need you to show me how to feel the magic of the rhythm when the sun has gone away down. To understand my position in the bigger picture, slow down. Lady Cecilia, it's late in the ceilings bare. My hands are anxious. I need you to show me where the rivers run along the valleys with the cedars and the train fares, where the midnight band strikes it up behind the woman with the long hair. But I never thought it'd be that I'd be lost. It's
nobody away unless you held them ever close as though you needed them. Lady Cecilia, I am beseeching you. My pockets are empty. Where am I fleeing to? When I seek the vices that'll tie me in the night and leave me blue. Bourbon in the morning and coffee in the evening, what do you do? Lady Cecilia, I think I can hear you now. From the coral seascapes to the grayscale downtown, the world aligns and I'm beginning to keep an old light on. The skies are soaking in the effervescence of a night song. But I never thought it'd be that the field separating me from my destiny is one I'd be afraid to cross. Oh, but what isn't ever lost in a world where we are tossed to the wolves of greed and vanity in the shadow of the diocese and empty parking lot.
Alrighty. Thank you guys. Alrighty. This next song is called After Ubiquity. I wrote it. I started writing it around the summer of 2020, and then I kind of set it aside and revisited it after January 6th. I'm not going to say too much else about it. I'll let you make up your own minds.
After ubiquity, let us remember that she too was but a girl once. Morning fingers fumbling a little pink zipper on a purple backpack with a white Disney princess. Standing in the lunch line, it's peaches and pizza, thanking every helping hand along the way. Scanning now for a welcome seat as the room swells and stiffens, and anxiety, the anvil hangs over her head until a soon-to-be best friend offers respite. After ubiquity, let us remember that he too was but a boy once. Quiet eyes that slowly rolled upwards, split lip trembling in fear of a father whose heart and hand were heavy. Fist fighting at the slightest provocation on the school bus, blood absorbing into a black Steve Austin t-shirt. Returning expelled to a mobile home, that would never truly go anywhere. After the imminent escalations, the crowds, the chanting, the flags that are waving in a sea of change, a nation convulsing, the body repulsive, but the heart still worth saving. Let us remember that we too were but children once. Playing cowboy with a Nintendo pistol, hiding out in the back of a station wagon, kissing. Bound to a conscience that's subject to change, with what we find true and how we were raised. Oh, nobody chose to be born as we are, married to earth but in love with the stars. Our colors informing a privilege or plight. Show me the light on this darkest of nights. Cover up the Capitol in roses, lay one down for Lady Day, lay one down for the girls of Old Salem and the boys lost to violent ways.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This next one I'm going to do is called Sunset 85. I wrote this after finishing a season of Stranger Things a couple years ago, whichever one that would have been. I was very inspired. I love that show.
Of a dream, the laughter, the promise, the blindness of a dream. My eyes are sinking in the sun, longing for what might have been. To be sad, it's to be young. I long to feel it all again, all again. All again, all again, oh, all again.
Thank you. All righty, let's see. All righty. We've arrived at the political portion of the set, ladies and gentlemen. I applaud you all for sticking it out so far. Hang in there. The song's called Meridian Rattlin'. Blue bucket of nails and unlit cigarette and me, staring off the front porch out across the road. I see a gray disheveled farmhouse from the last century, coming from a long line of bathing in creeks, a chimney laid with paved rock from the riverbank, children that moved to the city to find a good job that pays, all the timber rights, old tractors and unapparent heirs, cemeteries for the families who are burying yours for days. Oh, what's that sound? It's the Meridian rattling again. Someone's out breaking ground around the Mason-Dixon, and all the statues coming down about time we fixed it. But from the way we threw our hands, you'd have thought we missed it. A yellow ball and a Mountain Dew bottle on the subway tracks. I have a feeling one was lost, the other taxable act. Oh, the hate crime hotline sign seems to have been vandalized, but I'm mesmerized by the shapes and lines of train riders' eyes, lodged in a waiting room underneath a clock that lies, sits a firefighter from 9/11 letter 49. He's got a tube in his gut and a potential for empathy. I don't feel inclined to go drop him a line on conspiracy. Oh, what's that sound? It's the Meridian rattling again. Someone's out breaking ground around the Mason-Dixon, and all the statues coming down about time we fixed it. From the way we threw our hands, you'd have thought we missed it. There's people living down by the river with no running water. There's people taking to the streets, it's getting harder and harder. There's people living down by the river with no running water. There's people taking to the streets, it's getting harder and harder. But I really wouldn't mind that sound. It's the Meridian rattling again. Thank you. Alrighty. This next song is called Uncle Sam's Christmas List.
Give me pinstripes on Broadway, prize fights on Sunday, gunfight and horse ride and trains that go one way, jazz hands and big bands and a penny whistle tune. Oh, give me an A-bomb and a man on the moon. Give me a disco, I'll sweat out the lines. Give me a frontier, I'll sleep in the pines. Metro and retro, the uptown funk. Oh, give me whatever you got in the trunk. Give me mountains and blue skies, boom towns and gold mines, protest and bloodshed and misleading headlines. Ammo, some camo, a chip on my shoulder. Oh, give me a hill and give me a boulder. Oh, give me a general with reckless abandon. Give me a carnival on the floor of the Grand Canyon. Mardi Gras beads on San Pedro cacti. Send me a savior and don't let me ask why.
Alrighty, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's nice to get out and do one of these formal shows. We had this planned for over a couple years now, so it's really cool to finally get to do it in person. Alrighty. This next song is called From the Root.
Train ride turned double homicide from Portland is on my mind. I'll spare you the details, just turn on the tube for American entrails. If I didn't know you when you were alive, I feel I've no right to watch you die. And if I knew you, I probably wouldn't want to. We cling to our vices, our gods and our guns. We poison the water and curse at the sun. We preach our values and act on our fears, then pray that an angel will save us from here. From the root, now rip it out. Rip it out and let your heart be bitter now. From the root, now rip it out and let your heart be bitter now. Rocky schoolgirls atop the rug will say down, down to the USA. Our tongues were tied as we began to see the other side. A trail of tears runs through the backyard next to Nathan Bedford Forest State Park. Up the road from Fort Pillow, bless it, it was no place of respite. Survivors of our darkest atrocities are dying to be heard, and the greatest hypocrisy is feigning our empathy for temporary peace of mind. From Burke now to Old Bastille, from the border cages to the killing Rip it out, don't let your heart be bitter now. From the root, now rip it out. Rip it out, don't let your heart be bitter now. From the root, now rip it out. Rip it out, don't let your heart be bitter now. From the root, now rip it out. Rip it out, it'll all be over now.
Alrighty, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Ooh. I went out of order. Didn't even realize. I just realized that was supposed to be in opposite order. So I'll get with y'all about that afterwards. So. All right, this next one, kind of a ballad type song. It's called "Night at the Hotel Amerigo."
Gates swinging open, coattails come floating up the wall. Mustached and monocle, lecherous and ever quick to talk. Looming on the power line, the crow cocks an eye upon the street. Until the only sound that's left is the door closing on shuffling feet. Ought to be here. Abel was kind enough to lend a ride, and Columbus missed a turn, but assured he's close behind. And the judges are out dining with the clergy, and it seems they're running late. But the mayor's on the horn promising there will be cake. Overdosing doctor is retching in the kitchen floor, and the handmaiden witnesses don't plead for forgiveness anymore. They say if you've gotta move, you better make it, and you better do it quick. 'Cause some are out for blood and the rest are out to get their fix. Flying by across the living room into the atlas on the wall, where Mother Earth stands evenly with open eyes and bleeding palms. Well, someone's got a racket on the kill shot, and someone doubles down. But above the cigar smoke she knows, broken is the heart that seeks a crown. Ben Franklin's on the roof, oh, dancing on a lightning rod. Lincoln says you're such a goof. He says I learned it off of Mary Todd. And Paul Revere is shouting from the street, but no one seems to hear him. For the sky begins to darken, the storm is drawing near. Beneath him in the attic, the heretic is rhythmic on the saw. Oh, it's treason to believe it, he's repeating, his eyes reaching in wrong. He drives the final nail, steps back to view as if into a mirror. He says the Trojan horse is done, you know I'd better be getting out of here. Basement playing Russian roulette with 3 drunk widows and a blind man sitting to his left. Dry fire leads to laughter like a masochistic roar. But if they keep it up like this, I wouldn't want to be the one to clean the floor. cigarette. Uncle Sam begins the rifle, but he's so drunk now that he'll forget how he lost a bet to Caesar, took to rain and fire from the sky. Oh, they'll bury him in Washington, but send his soul to Babylon to die. Dawn kicks down the door to a flood of unyielding memories. Someone moans, I must be dead. Another begs, did you see what they did to me? From the piano in the hallway comes a melody, forgotten but endeared.
Alrighty, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. You guys made it through the political songs. I'm proud of you. Alrighty. This next song is called Breathing Room. It's the title track of the digital release that I put out in April of 2020. I don't mind living my truth. It's just time for a new one. Like a soul that's glued on, keeping you dry in the rain. The pleading of my keepers, the allegiance to the chain, will dissipate as soon as I'm across the astral plane. Forgive my consolations, I knew not what I spoke when I calmed our fears of changing by saying we just woke. Let's not avoid the past, drape it in a cloak of fabricated innocence, of false and futile hope. For ours is deep and jagged, and the moral of the seas seems to be whatever was easily in reach. Autumnal proof exists of our infinite mortality, and this life, love, is the light within a dark reality. The weatherman was wrong again, but I don't feel dismayed. After all, it's only April and things are bound to change. The sky reveals Orion, Polaris emancipates. Daylight drains into a blue deeper than can drain. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do one more on this guitar, and then I'm going to tune it to open E and do a couple in open E to close out. I only have a few more for you guys, so thank y'all for hanging out. I want to take a second. Let's hear it for the staff that makes this happen, because it's a lot of folks behind the scenes taking care of any little thing we need or want. They've been nothing but wonderful, and it takes a lot of folks to make something like this happen, including you guys. So thank you all for coming. This song is called Stone Fortune.
Like she knew my fortune. My palms are sweating. I am so easy to read. A few bad habits and a reckless connection. She always has some kind of confetti up her sleeve. She told me stories from before the fall. Grandmother's sweet tooth and father's needle, the need for affection, expecting feelings. I took but one look and knew I could never touch the white lily and still hold you. Stories. They walked over a trestle. They went swimming in a quarry store. Shared overlook and outlook. Senses of humor, but by a tumor shook. Skip a flat rock like she was smoke. Fireworks in March. Broken ankles and souvenirs, detritus from the start. We're all over the hill now. It's all heads and horns from here. The mirage is on, not fading in her eyes. Would never clear when she held my gaze like she knew my fortune. My palms are sweating. I am so easy to read.
Thank you guys. I'm going to tune this real quick up into open E and do a couple more unreleased songs. The one I'm about to play might be familiar if you have heard mine and Melanie's band, Judy and the Blue Rose. We just put together an 8-piece band this year and played Lower Town. I think we're going to be at Oktoberfest too. But we've started covering this song with that group. It's been a lot of fun. But it's called Chemical Man.
Running from the ghost of a chemical man. He's got a knack for superstition and familiar hands. No kind of initiative to make amends. But if he can't fix you up, then no one can. I wanna know. The friendliest of demons are the flasks for free. He speaks to the gap between the mask and me. his eyes on the moon and my mind on a string that's tied to the hands of a clock in his dream. I wanna know. Running from the ghost of a chemical man, he comes knocking every evening with the heaviest hand, all with that impossibly steady demand. Washes it down with promises I cannot understand. I wanna know.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Again, you know by now, my name is McAfee. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to close it out with one that I wrote not long after falling for who would become my wife. At the time, she was just a girl I liked, but it's called Walking Like a Man in Love.
Through an empty intersection in the rain, her intoxicating eyes, my blatant pain, I was walking like a man in love. Oh, I was walking like a man in love. If you would have seen the way she drifted in the room, you'd have bit your tongue in half. It's probably best I couldn't make a pass. With a cloud it passed and an electric gaze, she cut me to the bone. She's got me cleaning up and riding home. She sent me walking like a man in love. Through an empty intersection in the rain, her intoxicating eyes, my blatant pain, I was walking like a man in love. Oh, I was walking like a man in love. Catch a flash of her smile serene, you're likely to never forget. Is it the rain that makes the memory wet? Tangibly dancing through my mind most days, give it a couple months and nothing to say, and she's the one that always gets away. She sent me walking like a man in love. Through empty air. Section in the rain, her intoxicating eyes. My blatant pain, I was walking like a man in love. Oh, I was walking like a man in love.
Thank you guys very much for coming and hanging out. My name is Fate McAfee. I was joined in the first set by Miss Melanie A. Davis. We appreciate your attendance very much. Y'all be careful going home tonight.